Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Hey, good day. Good day, good day. I mean, depending on your time zone. How are we doing? And hi, Erasmus. Good, good afternoon, Erasmus. How you doing? Hello. How is everyone else doing? Okay. Hi, Enoch. Oh, Erasmus, which which payment integration are you using? Like which payment gateway are you using? Paystack, Flutterwave, which of them? How are you doing? Zerobug. Hello, Zerobug. How are you? How are you doing? Oh, Flutterwave. Okay. I haven't integrated Flutterwave before, and I haven't read their docs before, so I don't know much about it. What I've used before is Paystack. Yeah, but like what specifically are you struggling with? Because I feel it would probably be like a similar thing for both of them. The underlying concept would be similar. So what exactly are you struggling with? Yeah, my weekend was good. Yeah, I mean it was at least Friday I was here with you before my there was a fire alarm I had to run out, but eventually came back and had to do some studies. And Saturday, yeah. So Friday night I think I didn't sleep early. So I woke up late on Saturday and I was on a session with some cohort 18 members in ALS. So I was live for like 4 hours, I guess. And afterwards, I was tired. I had to go prepare something to eat. And prepare something for the week. And it took me a while. Came back to relax. Yeah. And Sunday too was quite busy. Had to study because I have a lot of assignments that I need to do. So my weekend was good, but quite busy. Uh, Hello, Sam Tegani. Welcome to the stream. Zero Bag, welcome to the stream. For those of you who happen to be joining us for the first time, you're welcome. And please do let us know where you're joining us from. We like to connect with one another. So let us know where you are joining us from. Ingozi Agu, welcome to the stream. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've seen you here before or not. Tracy, Tracy, were you there for Saturday session? I saw in the chat. I saw one message from Tracy, and I thought you were the one, but I don't know. Were you there on Saturday for the session I held for the cohort 18 members? Hi, Ritimi, welcome. Oh, okay, cool, 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 great. So I guess you're the one who sent the message. I think I added a reaction to that message. I was going to mention your name, but it skipped me. Anyway, uh, okay. Ngozi is joining us from Lagos, Nigeria. That's nice. We have a lot of Nigerian folks, you know. But right now, my second family is Nigerians, so that's cool. Welcome, Ngozi. Hi, Mark. Welcome. How are you doing? And how has the week, I mean, the new week, how has it been? You started the week, and how is it going for you? What are your plans for the week? So, as I mentioned, those of you who are in the group, I already mentioned that this is going to be a short stream. Ideally, today is like a very busy day for me, so I probably should not be showing up, but yeah, I value consistency over everything. So just wanted to show up and at least let's have a discussion for 40 minutes before we I run away. So today we're not going to be doing a focus session. Let's have discussions. If you have any questions, I'm happy to respond to them in the next 40 minutes before we end the session. Okay. Uh, Hi Mark. Tracy says it was very informative. You have a good way of teaching. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, I'm learning to do my best as the day goes by. So yeah, I'm happy to hear that and look forward to getting better by the day. Zerobag says I'm joining from Kumasi, Ghana. That's cool. Hi Zerobag. I I'm not sure, but I don't know if I know you or I'm supposed to know you. And I was in Kumasi for like, I mean, not to say that because I was in Kumasi means I'm supposed to know you, but if we have any sort of connections anywhere that I'm supposed to know you or not. Um, so I was in KNUST for 6 years. So yeah, pretty much stayed in Kumasi for 5 years. Yeah, kind of. Hi, Steven. How you doing? Mark said printf project is Mark, what has printf project done? mm, I think I tried my best to answer most of the questions during Saturday's session. Mark, I don't think you were there. I didn't see you on that session, but this morning I shared the link. In fact, I uploaded a video on Saturday. I was so tired that I didn't want to go to social media like Twitter and co. So I didn't happen to share the link. But this morning I've shared the link on Twitter, I guess. But if you want, you can check the channel. I think the newest video on the channel will be like on this particular channel will be that session I held for the it was more of just a discussion with cohort 18 members who invited me to join them. But then it ended up being a session where I talked a lot about the printf project and answered a lot of questions concerning that. So yeah, maybe you want to watch it if you haven't. Steven, welcome. Ngozi says, ALS software engineer, I had sent a DM inquiring about your graphic writing tablet, but I was able to get one from Visa and it works well. Oh, okay, cool. You sent me a DM. Like, is it a recent DM? Cause, oh, I don't know. Maybe if I have already responded to it. Uh, Hi, Geraldine. Geraldine, I think the last time you were here, I didn't see you the day after, which I guess was Thursday that you were here, either Thursday or Wednesday that you were here, and I didn't see you on Friday. But then you're welcome. Anyway, I hope everything is fine. Erasmus says, do you know about the JS wait, the JS inline integration for Flutterwave? Like, I have no idea about Flutterwave because I haven't checked their stuff out before. Hi, Tembesili. Welcome, welcome. You laughed at me the last time and ran away. You're welcome. Or do Paystack have any of those integration process? I mean, Paystack has a couple of integration processes, but for me, how will I call it? Yeah, like I've just used in one of the e-commerce projects that we're working on. I used Paystack, but then I'm not too sure exactly what you are referring to as JS inline integration. Is it like those pop up stuff? Because I think Paystack has something with regards to pop ups, and I haven't really paid attention to it. So what I looked for was what I wanted to use, and that's all. Hi, okay. Jardine says I had work on Friday. Okay, that's okay. You're welcome to today's stream. And Osirating, welcome and happy new week to you too. I hope this week we set good goals and hit those goals, like get things done. Tracy says I'm having hard time calling my path function in the simple shell project. Tracy, are doing simple shell. So why were you in the code 18? What is it called? Code 18 session. I keep getting segmentation faults. Any pointers? So I think segmentation fault has a couple of causes, and you always have to start looking out for all of those causes. One of the commonest is when you declare a variable to be of a particular type, but you are using it as if it was of another type, I guess. But there are a lot of other causes. What I would suggest you do is just go to ChatGPT and ask what are like the causes of segmentation faults. Maybe I should just pull up ChatGPT. I'm coming. Give me a second. Let me pull out ChatGPT and let's see. Because there are a couple of causes that you need to figure out. And for generating the parts, I think I wrote something about that in my blog series. I don't know. Did I do that or I didn't? Have you gone through the blog series that I wrote, and is it there or not? I think I probably did something. Okay, time to share my screen. Yeah. So, uh, what are the main causes of? Let me increase this for you. What are the main causes of segmentation faults in C programs? So there are quite a number of them. Oh my goodness. The first one here says dereferencing null pointers. So when you try to access or modify the value of a pointer that is not pointing to a valid memory location, typically a null pointer, you're going to get segmentation fault. So you need to be aware of these possible causes and now start opening your eyes to look at your code to see, are you doing any of these things? Okay. Incorrect memory access can also give you use after free. So accessing a memory location after it has been freed will give you that. So yeah, basically look out for these ones, and like when you are troubleshooting your code, pay attention to these things if there is any of them that is causing it for you. Oh, okay. Max says I was in the Zoom meeting briefly. I see. Hi, Ami. Says I enjoyed yesterday's session and I look forward to more sessions with you. I'll be in your DM later. Thank you. You're welcome, Ami. And thanks. I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed the session. And yeah, I mean, as for DMs, especially Twitter, I try my best to answer all. But hey, if you have any question that you think, especially if it's something that is going to take my time, I would have to wait till I get enough time to respond. But if we are on this stream and you have a question, as for that, I can take my time during our discussion periods to respond to them. So if you think it's something that you need, something I should be able to speak on, then I prefer you ask those ones publicly here. Yeah, like that's the essence of the stream, right? So you join us here. Okay. Hi Jordan, welcome. Oh, you went through it. It says I went through the shell series. And is there no part where I cover the, how is it called, path thing? Shell. A lot of people are saying, when will you continue this? See, the last time I wrote this, November 16, 2022. It's almost a year. Oh. You want me to continue now? Yeah, so here, how to create the get location, how to get the value of the, yeah. So I think the last episode talks about getting a path. Hmm? I think the last episode talks about getting a path. If I want to be able to continue this thing, I have to go and do some serious level of what is it called? Serious level of review, or yeah, kind of. Let me go back to. I saw a comment on one of them, and I was just laughing. Let me see. I think it's the very first one. The person says, "Why are you doing this?" Where is it? Part one. Let me see. Let me see what comments there is. Comments. Oh, where are the comments? Oh, it wasn't this one. So let's see the comments. Oh, I guess it's not this particular one. Okay. Anyway, the person was like, "Why are you, yeah, showing this? Do you know that this can lead to you being removed from the program?" I was like, "Oh my god." Aha, yeah. This is the comment. Is it prudent to give a link to your GitHub? A lot of people submitting tasks for the project are just copying it verbatim, word for word. I think you're still an ALS student. What happens when ALS checks and discover that you have the same code with a huge number of other students? It may be grounds for disqualification. I mean, this person has my good at heart, but the point is, I never ever write anything that you're just going to grab and go and submit to ALS and it works. No. Like, my goal is for you to learn, understand, get a good understanding of what you are learning, then apply what you are learning to solve the task yourself. So if any of you get confused and goes to that GitHub, where is that? That GitHub, oh, I thought I linked the GitHub repo. If you just go to that GitHub repo and go and copy what is there, where is it? Yeah, this code over here, there is no way it's going to pass for the project. I didn't consider Betty. I use printf when you are not supposed to use it. Like, a lot of things. I just wanted you to understand the basis to be able to do it yourself and not to solve it for you to just copy it and submit. Anyway, okay. Yeah, good. Let's see. So what's going on today? Stop sharing my screen. What are your plans for the week and anything that I can be of help with? Oh, first, Flutter Wave. I should have checked that. Flutter Wave API integration. Ooh. Erasmus. Yeah. Copy it. The CP squad. I mean, at the end of the day, if you are copying and pasting and you know what you are doing, that's another thing. But if you don't know what you are doing, and people will just even like. In fact, I got a DM one time, and this person was complaining that she copied the code that I wrote on this project and submitted it, and it's not working, and she wants to know why. Like, are you serious? You're not even shy to come and tell me that you copied the code there when you went there, you didn't learn what you were supposed to learn. You just copied it and submitted it, and it's not working. Now you have the guts to come and blame me. Anyway, oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah, so this Flutter Wave collecting payments. Oh, okay, so they have Flutter Wave inline. That's the client side integration. No, okay. Include a JavaScript library in your checkout page and connect it to your payments button. When a customer clicks your payment button, we'll take over and redirect to you when the payment is done. Okay, that's cool. So, Mark, why is it? What are you saying? Why does the code not work? I mean, it works. The code works, but you're not going to meet all those requirements in ALS. Because if I'm writing it, obviously, I even test it and add screenshots to show you that this is the outcome when you do this. But my goal there is not for you to, I'm not solving ALS tasks for you. I am just teaching you how to think through this thing. And I think that the reason why I wasn't motivated to keep going is if I keep doing it, like there are some people who are going to be convinced that all they need is to copy that and submit and not even learn. But then now I've given you the background in the 4-part series that I wrote so far. I mean, 4 parts that I wrote so far. I've given you the background, mentioned how you should think about this. I remember very well when I was writing, like the focus was how you should think through these things when you are doing them, how you should be able to use the man pages. And I illustrate all of that, how you are going to use the man pages to guide you to do that. So those are the skill sets that I want you to pick, not copy and paste the code. See? Flutterwave Airline is the easiest way to collect payments on your website. Import our lightweight JavaScript library, call and then call this function. When the customer clicks on your payment button, we'll handle the payment and return to you when it's done. So let's see. On click event of this button, this function will be executed. Then this function that is being executed calls that method that we're introduced to, Flutterwave checkout this. Okay. And in that method, the details that you provide include your public key, your tax reference, amount, currency, payment options, redirect URL, then these other information. So Erasmus, what's the actual problem that you fix with it? Is it after they redirect to you, or is this part that the redirection is not going through? Which is which? See, Emmanuel Manu is okay. So Emmanuel is the yeah, walk out to your stream, ma. Yeah, Adidamola, welcome. How are you doing? Hey, Erasmus, I'm screenshotting this and sending it to my boss. They'll come after you. Eh, Copying code and not even understand what each line does is hilarious. I know, right? You must say, so bad. I want to start vlogging and would need some little advice from you. How do we link up? Yeah, I mean, almost every day during the week, I'm here. I'm here to like 2 p.m. EDT, which is like, so I mean, based on your own name, I'm guessing you may be Nigerian, so I'm just using WAT conversion. That would be like 7 p.m. WAT. So I'm almost always here till 7 p.m. WAT. If it's more of a private conversation, then I don't know. After that, usually after the session, I go out to take a walk or something. So around that time, if you happen to call me, yeah, we can have a discussion. And by the way, those of you who are new here, so last week we created, what is it called? A form for people who want to be joining us regularly for the stream to sign up and join the community as well, so that you can get reminders. And yep, let me share. No, okay, I think I know the URL. So I'll share the URL in the chat for those of you who want to be joining us on daily basis. We are here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays most times. But there are certain Fridays that we are not here because I may be in class. The URL is https slash no colon slash slash ehoniaobed.com/study with me. That's SWM. So those of you who are interested, please go there and sign up. And yeah, would be in touch. You once you are signing up to, there is a link for you to join the WhatsApp group. So do all to click on that link to join the WhatsApp group if you are interested in that. But more importantly, your email so that we can stay in touch. And once you are in the WhatsApp group, you get access to me as well. That's fine. Yeah, it is not redirecting to Flutterwave page. That's serious. Why will it not be redirected? But you've gotten these details, the public key from them, right? If you've gotten the private key, I think it should. The public key. I don't know if they revoke their public key. Otherwise, I could try creating an account with them. Flatter wave, flatter wave. I think I should even have an account with them, except that sign in. Let me see. Oh, I don't have any account with them. Let's, just want to make sure that I don't have an account with them before I start creating an account, because some of these things I probably do have an account with them. So it doesn't look like it. I haven't gotten any email. Let me try this as well. Nope, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like I have an account with them. So that means I may have to create an account with them. Uh, you said I did not answer your the ginger method. So I was wondering exactly what you were looking for, as in how to use ginger. I'm coming. Oh, yeah, out of here. There's how come there is like if I don't have an account, okay, it's up here. Huh. I was just wondering. Other countries. I think this was a problem. That's probably why I do not have an account. Why do I have to contact sales before? Like sometimes I just need it to test. And I may be building a platform for somebody in Nigeria and or Ghana, and I need to contact their salespeople before. I mean, I wanted to try it out, but if I've got to contact the salespeople before I'm able to try it, then that's a problem. And this is also taking forever and it's not redirecting. What is wrong with it? If you're struggling, you can always send a message to them to see. Because I don't know why this is not even on their site. It's not going through. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you said you tried it with HTML CSS and it worked, but when you bring it to your Django project, it's not working. That's interesting. Um, I really do not know, unless we check it and see what else can be done. I check the code base and understand exactly what's going on and what may be the problem so that we fix it. But the the ginger method that you're talking about, ginger in templates in, let's see. So I wasn't too sure what you were looking for. Is it like the first time you are using it and you don't know about it, or like that's what I didn't appreciate. So I didn't know what to say. But essentially, there are a lot of templating languages out there, and mostly you use a templating language within, or what you call a template. Yeah, is it called templating language? I think within your app, when let's say you are using a framework, and that framework, in order to integrate HTML CSS in there, because most of those frameworks are written in a particular language. So Flask is written in Python, right? So to be able to use write HTML CSS code is like we are bringing HTML CSS code into Python, and we are able to do that with the templating language Ginger. And I mean, if you are using it with Flask, you don't need to do any installation. It comes automatically. So maybe I should check Flask. Oh, it's the first time you're hearing about it. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I didn't know if you had a specific problem or okay. Let me see. I think on learning bits, did we write something about it? Let me cross check that. So essentially, if you want to use like HTML, CSS directly in, let's say, Flask, which is like in Python, then you need to use this templating language, and you just have to learn what does this language require. So there are specifics. I mean, it's not something that you can generalize it. You have to go and learn for Ginger. How do I use this? Yes. So I think let me see, understanding something here. Yeah, so I explained some here. Before we talk about Ginger 2, let's get to know HTML a little better. So HTML stands for this, blah blah blah. Ginger 2 is this. In the word of Flax, a template is like a reusable. I hope you can see my screen. It's like a reusable Lego structure. You can use the same structure but decorate it differently each time. Here's how to make your first template. Create a folder in your project directory. Create a new folder and name it templates. Then create an HTML file inside the templates folder. Create a new file called home.html. So here, this is ordinary HTML that you have brought in here. But remember that you are coding in Python, and there are some contents that you'd want to include in your HTML, which is coming from Python. But by default, Python cannot be integrated directly into an HTML script like file. If it was JavaScript, at least you know there is a way to integrate your JavaScript in HTML. Okay. But even with that, it has to be JavaScript in a browser. If you are looking more at Node, that's also another thing. And every other language. So there are a lot of templating languages, and they just help us now integrate that particular language into our HTML code. So what we need to do, linking templates to Flask, open your Flask app and modify the home route. So instead of returning just the view, you say render this template, but you need to have imported this method, render template. So when I say render templates, this Flask is wise enough to know that you have this page within a particular folder called templates. So initially here it says create a new folder and name it templates. So render templates looks inside the folder called templates for the HTML files. Right now that we've said render template home.html, it's just going to look for that inside that folder and look for the file called home.html. And what next? Right now, like with this particular example, everything here is our basic HTML. But what if we want to send information? Maybe we have some data from our Flax app, we are collecting data from the database or anything to make the page dynamic, display something from Flax. Then what we have to do is come here. Let's see. So let's use the example. So update this and add. This is how Ginger allows us to add what you would have called a variable from Python. So name here is more like a variable from Python that I am introducing into my HTML. And before I'm able to use this variable here, I would have exported it when I was rendering the template. So here we rendered the template without passing any variable. So over here, nothing is going to happen to the HTML file. It's going to be like that. But in the next one, see here, when we are rendering it, we are passing a variable called name and its value. The value is name. Once we are passing this here, this is the route. So whatever name that is passed here, that means that your root domain name slash whatever name you pass there will now be sent to the HTML as a variable. And the HTML is now going to display it here. So welcome to our bookstore. Then it will display that name that the person used. So this is how it looks now. And this is how the home.html looks like. So if I access, if I try to hit Emily, as in the name in the URL, remember that the URL needed name here. So if there is Emily here, then it's going to display the HTML, welcome to our bookstore, the name. So now it picks that exact name, Emily. So the template just enables us to now bring what we had written in Python into HTML directly. And it's applicable in various other languages. When you come to Node, we have a templating engine called EJS. EJS templates. Yeah. Embedded JavaScript template. So if you want to use JavaScript, Node.js code like things when you are working, especially if you are working with Express.js and you want to integrate it directly without using a front end like React and all of that, then you have to use a templating engine like EJS to do that. So basically, that is it. I hope that helps anyway. You can always go back to learning bits. I think we're doing a series on Flask. It's not done yet, but at least it covers the basis of Flask. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. You're welcome. Ooh. Is everyone hiding? Yes. Yes. Yep. Where are you all hiding? Hi. Where are you all hiding? And what's going on? Today we are here to see. Okay. Rutimi was here. We are here to see Marilila. Who else? The common members. I have to start mentioning names. Max, it makes sense why this project carries 5 way. At the end of the day, you should see the printf project as a project that is now allowing you to put together all the things like you've learned so far. now put it into practice. So that's a huge thing. Everything that you've learned, put that into practice. Oh, okay. Ngozi said I wasn't hiding. I went to sign up. All right. Happy to hear that. And welcome to joining the community. Yep. So let me pick up your final questions. I'll be closing the stream in a very short while. So if you have any other questions for me, let's talk about it before I leave. Yep, yep. Yes, yes. Any questions, any topics for discussion? To all new members, you're welcome. We are happy to have you here. So far, I think Nigeria is dominating. All the people who have signed up, Nigeria is dominating. You have people from someone from Edo State, Enugu, let's see, Lagos. Oh, Nigerians are dominating the people who have signed up. That's interesting. Evidence. My my major challenge is time management because I have a lot on my plates. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big one for almost everybody. And there are a lot of things. In fact, yesterday I was writing something and contemplating on. We had a discussion like that here some time back, but unfortunately, I am yet to take the time to write on it. So yesterday I was writing and I haven't finished though. And I think it has to do with time management. At the end of the day, hmm, it depends. You say yes, I have a lot on my plate. So it depends on what you have on your plate and the kind of priorities. Like, so most importantly, you should be able to prioritize all of these things and see which of these is like the biggest, followed by words. Like, and by words, there are some of the things that, if possible, you can drop them. There is also a way to optimize your current flow in order to create some time for yourself. Like, let me just use myself as an example. I have a lot of people reaching out to me wanting to ask questions, and I struggle to respond to all of these people because there is no time. And when I'm working, I can't leave to just go to social media and be responding to questions. And some of the questions, in fact, somebody will just reach out and say hi, then you have to respond hello. Then they will ask, how are you doing? Then you respond, I am fine. And they will, I mean, like that kind of stretch conversation is something I don't have the time for. But I realize that in between my busy day, I take short breaks. So what I can do is, in order to respond to as many people as possible, let me start this sort of stream where during those short breaks I get to have the conversation with people who are here and want to have answers to. So this is me trying to optimize the time that I have so that I don't have to go back and answer those questions after I'm done with work. Even in the course of work, I'm making some time to respond to the necessary questions that I need to respond to, and at least doing my best to help as many people out there as possible. So that's one of the ways to optimize your current flow such that you make some time. Another example I can give you, some people complain, and I used to be in a similar situation where in that was in 2021, I was taking a course in cloud computing. And from where I stayed to where the class was, if you take a car, it's like 3 hours. So every morning I had to wake up very early in order to get to the bus. Otherwise, I miss the bus. And when I'm taking, I mean, car, bus, whatever you call it, when I'm taking that car, if I get to the station car, I'm going to use two cars to get to my destination. If I miss that, I would have to pick three cars. So I always wanted to make sure I get that car. That means wake up early and go. But then it will take me like 3 hours to get to where I'm going to. Then in the evening when I'm coming back, mostly because of extreme traffic, it could take me more than 3 hours. And this is like 3 hours of my life being wasted for nothing. So what I chose to do was to start reading, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks like throughout the journey. So it's either when I'm in the journey, it's either I'm reading or I'm listening to a YouTube video, like watching a YouTube video, listening to a podcast, any of those things. And along the line, I made a very good friend from there, so we're almost always coming back together after class closes. And that means during that period, we can discuss the things that we are learning, share ideas. So some sort of two people group discussion in the car. And we always entered the car to sit together at the same place so that we can have this sort of discussion. And we are in the car for like 3 hours. So it was quite fruitful. And that's how you should be able to optimize your current flow, irrespective of how tight it is, if you really need to get some things done. Otherwise, you have to replace some of the things that you are currently doing with what is most important to you. So setting your priorities right or optimizing the current flow to in order to make more time to consider the other things that you want. I think that is what I can advise. But discipline is a very key one. Even if you are giving all the time and you are not disciplined enough to get things done, you are going to still struggle and complain. In fact, in this world, everybody is busy. Like even the guy who sleeps for 10 hours and wakes up and goes to work for 8 hours and comes back and has nothing else doing, still says that I am busy. Like everybody is busy. So it's totally up to you to check your current flow and see where the loopholes are, where are you spending more time, and is it really necessary that you spend all of those times. And there's a lot of things that we can really do in that regard. I think what I'm writing about has to do more with how to ensure that you are disciplined. And I spoke about it. In fact, that was the first time I ever thought through it and spoke about it during some live stream, one of these streams back, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So hopefully I get to finish writing that and share it with you all. Erasmus says after ALS, Printf, and Simple Shell are projects. Oh, okay. After ALS, Printf, and Simple Shell are projects I would revisit. Interesting. A lot of people said that, but they never went back to it. So let's see if you really will go back to it. Do employers mainly check your work experience or your skill level? I mean, at the end of the day, it is both. Like they are not two different things. If you have that work experience that you are talking about, then it comes with your skills level being high. If you do not have work experience, for you to be able to say this is my skill level, you still have to show evidence of work done. You understand? So work experience here doesn't mean the companies you've worked with, or I mean how many years that you've been working. Not necessarily that. Work experience in the sense that what have you show me what you have done, like your skill set correlates with what you've been able to do. So everyone is interested in that, obviously. But if they are going to employ you for particular role, say senior engineer, then obviously they are looking for some years of work experience and the likes. But for us who are going in as entry level engineers, the most important thing is your skills. But your skills will be proven by what you've been able to do before. So I've built this project, I did this, I did that. So that's why in ALSSC, the minimum projects that you're expected to do is two portfolio projects. So at foundations, at the end of foundations, you do one. Then at the end of specialization, you do another. So that if for nothing at all, you should be able to show your employer or potential employer that I have done these two major projects. All right. Time is not on my side. I have to start running. Says, oh yeah, with ALS and what CIL Academy, I have come love. Okay, I don't know what CIL Academy is. Love Nigerians a lot. Yeah, I mean, they are really hardworking. I agree. Ngozi says currently still on deferral on the ALSSC. Shell projects got me. I mean, if you're on deferral because of shell projects, I think it's only wise to take that time to rebuild it. And I think a lot of people make that mistake. Yesterday or last 2 days, I was telling the people that I was on the stream with, don't make the mistake of, oh, I struggled with this, so I deferred, and go and sit home and wait and come and fix the thing again. Why did you defer in the first place? It's because you couldn't catch up. So take all the time, rebuild it within that period that you are not doing anything. Try rebuilding the thing. Hopefully by the time you start the program, you would have had the experience of building it by yourself. Now you understand everything and you move on from there. But if you go and stay home doing nothing, then that's a big problem. Erasmus says, with the AWS cloud practitioner exams written online or in an exam center here in Ghana. Yeah, so for me, on those two occasions that I wrote it in my own office. Yeah, but for my colleagues, most of them wrote DS because they wrote once. They wrote DS at so we were taking the course at Accra Digital Center, and they went there to write this. And some of them too went to IPMC IPMC. I think there is an IPMC around Circle. So they went there to write it. But for me, I wrote it in my office. All the AWS certification that I've written, I wrote them in my office. Yeah. Adidamola says, Dr. B, any ideas on little jobs to get paid while at ALS? I mean, it depends on your skill set. Like, what exactly do you have to offer? Because if you are looking for money, it has to be what value you are having in exchange for the money that you are looking for. So if you have set of skills, then we can start talking about, okay, I have these sets. How can I leverage this to make money? Because when I was doing ALS as a student, I was equally making money from some of my skills, like running my own digital agency, offering various services. So it totally depends on you and the skills that you have. Because I have to run, time is up. Let's see. CIL Academy is a program like ALS by Central Intelligence or Secure Intelligence, however you pronounce it. In a nutshell, can you please explain what the Monty project all about? Oh my god. So I wish I could do that right now, but then I can't because I have to run off right now. Except that I wrote, even though it's not a complete article, but I try to explain what it is about. So hopefully, if you check that article out, you are going to be able to figure out what it is about. Let me quickly try sharing my screen. That's the last thing I'm doing, and I am off. Okay. So that's quite unfortunate. But we'll be meeting here tomorrow, hopefully, and tomorrow we'll be here for like 6 hours. So if you are yet to register, just register and join the community, and hopefully we would continue our discussion tomorrow if you have any questions. But come to blog.onyobe. So let me share my screen share, and yeah, quickly. When you come to blog, the URL is blog.onyobe.com. Just search for Monty, and yeah, this is it. So even though it wasn't complete, some people forced me to publish it because I couldn't get time to do the rest. So this isn't complete yet, but my tight schedules indeed, and I haven't gone back to it. But however, I think by reading through it, it'll give you a basic idea of what the Monty Bytes project is about. So hopefully this is helpful. Okay. Right. Now it's time I need to run. Otherwise, I'll be late. Yeah. If I don't run away, I'll be late. So thank you all once again. If you are yet to join the community, hi Steven. Kindly join, sign up and join the community, and we'll continue our discussion tomorrow, God willing, same time, SWM. So I've shared the link again. Join the community and we'll continue our discussion, God willing, tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful that you decided to spend this 1 hour with me. And I hope to catch up with you all tomorrow. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Until we meet again, bye bye. Bye bye.